Right, let's get into the show. Lots to get into. We're going to start off with Omar Barada, who is the CEO of Manchester United, and Dan Ashworth, who is the Director of Football of Manchester United. These are big statements coming in. They are supporting Ten Hag. They are talking about the transfers. Dan Ashworth admitting it was a good transfer window, but it could have been better. Omar Barada saying that this transfer window cannot be a one-off. It has to keep happening. And I think that for me is probably the most important statement that Omar Barada has made out of everything that he said in that interview. I really did like the fact that he sort of homed in on the fact that we need to be doing more of what we've done. This was his direct quote. So to build what we don't want to just win one Premier League and then be satisfied. We want to create a team that is capable of competing for the Champions League, for the Premier League and domestic trophies on a consistent basis. And to build that, we need to be doing more of what we've done this window. We've addressed priority positions that were identified very early on, and we were able to do it in a financially sustainable way. We were quite disciplined about the valuations we were giving to the players who were going to come in, and we stuck to those valuations. Dan Ashworth and the team did a fantastic job in the negotiations process. But for me, it's about we need to do more of what we did this window in future windows. And I think that will be music to the ears of all of you lot. It certainly is to me that, that fear. We've seen the Glazers, to be fair, spend money. Jose Mourinho's first summer was Zlatan, Paul Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Erik Bailly. Did he get that in summer 3? Got nothing and was gone by Christmas. And it happened with Ollie. We need to see this type of a summer every summer for Manchester United until you get to a point where you're Man City, you can just ice the cake. You just bring one player in. So I do like that. But look, let's get into the backing of Ten Hag. So effectively, what has been said is that, and this is the CEO, Omar Barada again, Erik Ten Hag has our full backing and we've worked very closely in this transfer window. We're going to continue working very closely with him to help him get the best results out of the team. That is a direct quote from Manchester United CEO that Erik Ten Hag has got the full backing of this club, and you've seen that during the transfer window. Now, I want to just say a lot of people are getting excited about that because they're saying, well, that's a vote of confidence, the dreaded vote of confidence, where a manager that's about to be sacked, the CEO comes out and says, we're 100% behind the manager. Two things about that. One, it's about 20 years too old. I mean, you very rarely get the dreaded vote of confidence now. It's a myth. I think the dreaded vote of confidence is actually a little bit like the magic sponge. Remember when people used to get injured and the physio would come on with a sponge and everything was fine? I've ripped my cruciate ligament. There's a bit of sponge. I'm healed. That sponge must have come straight from Jesus. It had healing powers. But this dreaded vote of confidence actually doesn't exist anymore. You very rarely see a CEO going, Sean Dyche has got our full backing and then he's sacked tomorrow. They tend to say it and mean it. But the most important thing about this is, whether it's a vote of confidence or not, what some people have missed, and I think it's a bit disgusting really, is that this interview was done before the Liverpool game. So it's come out after the Liverpool game, but it was done before the Liverpool game. So there is no context to a full backing, a vote of confidence, and a Liverpool loss, because all these quotes we're going to give you were before the Liverpool game. So there is no direct correlation between the Liverpool result and Omar Barada or Dan Ashworth's comments. As interesting as they are, the Liverpool result was not known. So unless they do another interview today, there is no context to that. And that, I understand again. You need that context, because if you heard them, you'd just be thinking, oh, why would you come out and back the manager after such a bad result? But I don't think United, as I said last night, I think patience is going to have to be a part of everybody's vocabulary here, because they're not going to sack Erik Ten Hag on this international break. I think Erik Ten Hag's in for a very difficult international break where he will be scrutinised quite rightly to a very, very high level. But I think even the staunchest Ten Hag outer, the one who loves Sancho and calls him a bold fraud and everything like that, even they will know that the sacking is not going to happen in the next couple of weeks, and probably not in the next 6 weeks, to be honest. It'd be more the next international break if things carry on, where you'd go, maybe that could be the time. But even Gary Neville says he thinks it'll happen till Christmas. Could I just clarify again as well? The clip that's going round where I was saying that if you're Ten Hag out, it means you're in love with Sancho, you don't like Garnacho. Listen to it back before they cut it at the start of the video. I did say stereotypically every Ten Hag outer loves Sancho. Stereotypical means I'm being stereotypical. I'm basically saying everybody's the same, which obviously they're not. Ulrich, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. John says, obviously we're disappointed with the start of the season. The criticism is warranted, but it's good that Omar and Dan are backing Ten Hag. And Stuart says, given time, Ten Hag will succeed. I'm old enough to have seen Fergie's years, and looking at Ten Hag, given time, investment and patience, we will be again. Nice to see a bit of patience, but look, let's have the other side. We're going to get into these Ten Hag comments from Barada and Ashworth, specifically around why Jadon Sancho left. But just a little bit of transfer news this morning. Fabrizio Romano has given an Adrian Rabiot update. Now, Keel Robinson, I'm sure, will be in the chat. Sit down, Keel. We are not bringing in Rabiot. The Athletic wrote about it last week. Fabrizio has confirmed it. Manchester United never went for Rabiot. They were not interested in Rabiot, and certainly a lot of other clubs who were interested in him were put off by his wage demands. The reason Rabiot hasn't got a club and hasn't trained with anybody since the Euros is because his wage demands are ridiculous. And unfortunately, many people use the comment, a leopard never changes its spots. And unfortunately with Rabiot, he may have been a viable option in our midfield. There is no doubting his qualities, but the leopard don't change its spots. We tried to get Rabiot twice. Both times we were met with ridiculous wage demands, and again he's chucking wage demands that are unrealistic, and that is why he will probably end up I don't know where he'll end up as the Saudi. I don't know where he'll end up, but his wage demands are apparently ridiculous. So Adrian Rabiot is a no when it comes to Manchester United at the moment. I have got some injury updates to bring you as well, but let's just stick with the transfer side of things for a moment, because we are going to talk more about what was said about Erik Ten Hag. Hader says this break is perfect for Ten Hag to look at the cons in his system. The fixtures after are really important to judge his problem-solving skills. I don't think we could have a better set of fixtures, by the way. They are challenging. And next, the 4 Premier League games we've got between this international break and the next one, 3 of them are away. 1 is at home. Southampton away, Crystal Palace away, Spurs at home, Aston Villa away. I see 6 points. I see a similar situation in the next international break where he won't be sacked, but there'll be enough ammunition for outers to be going, it's not good enough. And there'll be enough ammunition for inners to go, you can't really sack him yet. I see 6 points there. I see 2 wins and 2 losses. And that would put you right where we are now, where, you know, it's another 2 losses, it's another 2 wins. He's got to do better than that. The pressure will just be exactly the same. 2 wins, 2 losses, exactly the same. 3 wins, 1 loss, you're in good position. You know, they are challenging games. 3 away games. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video, because we all know only legends like videos, and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video, and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching, as always.